And we are back. Our next guest shares his profound insights and experiences navigating the world of professional sports, weaving a narrative transcending the boundaries of athletics. From the sun-drenched playgrounds of South Florida to the pinnacle of success in the NBA, his journey is a testament to resilience, determination, and the transformative power of self-discovery. Here now is professional athlete and author, Jeffrey R. Coby, and good to have you, man.
Absolutely.
It's an honor to have you coming and sharing with us as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And New York is no stranger to you. You spent time here with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How's the Knicks experience?
It's the experience was just like everything I've dreamed of and more. Mm-hmm. But to me, the journey towards it made a lot of things like my trials and tribulations. It made it all make sense, you know, like just seeing that whole process of self-development into, you know, not knowing what's going to happen, but just constantly working on yourself and just having faith in some sort of bigger picture. It was just like, wow, when it all materialized.
It's for your life, right? We talk a little bit about being the professional athlete, but it's, as you said, it's a journey, and you made this a part of your book. It's called The Mindful Journey, and of course you'll get a chance to hear a little bit more about it. When we look about the journey, we focus a lot on destination, but reality, your journey it speaks a lot to you.
Absolutely.
What spoke most to you about your journey?
I would say, you know, the introduction of meditation. Because I felt like meditation was just that segue, that bridge into further self-development and really teaching me the lessons that I needed to learn along the journey, while also being present and enjoying the highs, the lows, the mids, like everything that has, you know, that took place within that time period. So it really helped me, you know, on my journey.
So you got the book for somebody's coffee table. What's the book about?
So the book is about my journey as a young obese kid with confidence issues in South Florida, and pretty much how I've navigated growing up into an adult, and how mindfulness has been such a pivotal factor within my growth, and also just catapulted me through different various situations and scenarios in which, you know, I thought I was just set up to fail. Yeah.
For yourself, writing this book, I understand that, you know, you got your inspiration while you were out there in my other hometown of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, what were you on the water? What were you doing, playing? What was going on? How did it happen? Just let me know, yeah.
So it's actually crazy because after, you know, our preseason when we beat FC Barcelona, you know, there was just some political stuff going on within the team, and long story short, the coach told me that I wasn't going to play anymore. So, you know, I had two options at that point, whether it was to self-destruct, you know, go and enjoy Barcelona and forget about the career, or, you know, dig deeper, work harder. And I started, you know, just researching a lot of stuff. What do successful people do when, you know, going through a tough time? And this article from the Harvard Business Review came about, and it talked about mindfulness and meditation and how it was so linked with the most successful CEOs and leaders. So I got curious, and I really just, you know,
start digging
in. Yeah. And then sooner, lo and behold, the writing came about, the meditation came about. I really just started, you know, focusing on myself, prioritizing my mental health. And, you know, things just started to blossom. Opportunities started to align with myself, my purpose, and then I just had more direction.
So where were you mentally when they come and say to you, because my story is a little similar too, like 2 weeks before the season starts, they come and tell you that the sponsor's gone.
Yeah.
You know, that's a hurtful feeling because you're stuck to, what's my next job? Where am I going, right?
Exactly.
So when did it really start to kick in for you where you started, I'm going to apply this mindfulness and learn this thing?
So pretty much after I got that news, I was heated. You know, like as a young kid, young professional overseas, it's like I've sacrificed so much just to be here, and you know, all that energy, all that fuel that was inside of me, I was like, okay, I need to figure out how I could channel this in a way to lift me up, out of here. So, that's when the writing and the meditation started coming into play. And I learned about like energy manipulation, using the fuel to your fire so that you can get something bigger than where you currently are.
Yeah. So in many ways, this is an opportunity to share your life story, your life journey, but at the same time, there are vulnerabilities, right?
Yeah.
And there's some authorship that's coming through your vulnerabilities.
Definitely.
Not everybody likes to share their vulnerabilities, right?
Nah, absolutely not. But it's a sign of strength.
There it is.
Yeah.
When did you realize it was a sign of strength?
As I went on this journey of just learning, constant
Right.
self-development, like, because when you're showing the cards, it's like, okay, I'm not scared anymore. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm confident, I'm comfortable within myself, and I know that this could potentially help somebody else who's going through something similar or who will face something like this, in the future.
Yeah. So the message you want people to take away from the book, what is that?
I want people to dream big and don't be scared to fail. Like I purposely put it in the book. I failed 9 times before getting to my destination. Like, I want people to understand that it's okay to be persistent. It's okay to be annoying. It's okay to go to therapy and ask for help. Like, you have people who dedicate their lives to becoming professionals in these select industries so that they can help you be the best version of yourself. So, why not tap into this side of resources that's only going to help you and better you, put you in the mindset of becoming that person that you want to be and also experiencing that happiness that you seek.
But you're Jeffrey Coby. You can't be struggling with mental health. You're playing for the Knicks. You're going worldwide, Japan, Barcelona.
Of course.
The reality is there are a lot of athletes out there that actually deal with mental health.
For sure.
Talk to me from that perspective, because I think, we look at athletes, I said, my saying is they see the glory, but they don't know the story, right?
Oh, of course.
So
yeah.
what's the story?
Well, as an athlete, you're in a performance-based industry. Everything is tracked. You're always, under the lights. Like, it's hard to, separate yourself from that and give yourself time, because you're constantly thinking about, how can I get this edge? Damn, I played bad last game. Like, how can I improve on that? And also, not to mention, we're in this age of social media where we're just constantly being fed information of different people, different, experiences, this, that, and the third. And in this realm of just, constant competition, like, it's almost natural to inadvertently compare yourself to X, Y, and Z. And, my messaging behind this whole, book and, what I'm about is you need to be able to block out that noise and make time for you. Mm-hmm. And because if you don't, you're going to be so anxious. It's going to be every day is just going to be, relatively volatile. One day you want to be you, the next you want to be like him, next day you want to do this. It's not sustainable it's not sustainable in my opinion.
Right. No, the authentic self, right?
Yeah.
And I think the authentic self is where you can have a mentally healthy life, but so many people don't get the authentic self because we're presented with a whole lot of images, this, that, and the third, and the night. At what point did things really start coming around for you to say, I got the handle on this thing?
Once I really went on that journey of, okay, what is Jeff doing right now? What does Jeff want to do in a year? What does Jeff want to do in 3 years? And that's when it really clicked in, because it's like, okay, that's not serving me, but this is. So I need to do more of this and less of that, And when you're able to put things in a perspective like that, you can really track your growth and experience your growth, which is the most beautiful part.
Where are we at on the basketball side right now? What you doing?
Right now I'm in training, and we'll see towards August where I sign next.
When you watch the season right now and you see we're almost in playoff season, what's that feeling like sitting there watching it from home?
Man, I'm a student of the game. I'm glad I get to experience these. Witness these awesome athletes who are just exceptionally talented, And, you know, I just get to learn. I watch it from a critical eye versus like, you know, like the point of view of a fan.
So give a little bit of context to those who may not know. When you were with the Knicks, who was on the Knicks at the time?
Tim Hardaway, Kristaps, Trey Burke, Courtney Lee, Enes Kanter, my OG Lance Thomas.
Yeah. And now when we look at the New York Knicks, we're seeing Jalen Brunson. We're seeing, first of all, it's exciting in the Garden. I don't know about you,
yeah, it's electric.
What do you say when you watch them now?
I'm just like, wow, it's beauty. It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of art.
Yeah.
Playing very well, and it's just on brand with the Knicks basketball.
So for yourself, do you have a dream place that you want to play?
Probably like Italy or something.
Oh man, you're talking sweet right there. Yeah, you brought me back. All right, yeah, Italy, yes sir. So probably Italy. You haven't done it yet.
Not yet.
Wow.
It's all right,
Yeah, it's
I'm manifesting it.
Yeah, manifested. Listen, we're gonna put our minds to it, right? We're gonna put our minds to it. What message do you have for kids when it comes to really athletics? Because I think so many kids do. They see guys and they see, you know, a gentleman such as yourself, you know, you make it to the pro level. Mm-hmm. We know what that number is like, the amount of kids that actually do get to make it to pro sports. Yeah. What's your message to them about following your dream, but then B, let's keep it 100. What's that backup plan?
Yeah. I would say, you know, you have to start as the student before you could become, you know, I don't want to say the master, but, you know, somebody who's very proficient, AKA a professional.
Right.
So never lose that hunger for knowledge, wisdom, and experience. Like, you need to go out there and learn as much as you can. Help people. Like, if there's a pro in your city, like, go up to him and be like, hey, can I just rebound for you? Mm-hmm. Like, little things like the little things go a long way. That's, like, the biggest takeaway that I could, you know, from my personal journey that I could give to somebody else. But also just investing in coaching, investing in a professional, investing in somebody who's very proficient at their craft to help you get to where you want to go.
Yeah. And the mental health component, too. Talk about that, because I think there's some people out there, not some, let me go back. I'll even rephrase the question. When we talk about mental health, we know that there's a stigma out there.
For sure.
The stigmas out there is that, you know, you're crazy, this, that, and third. The reality is that everybody needs somebody, and mental health doesn't make you crazy. It makes you in a place where you really just need to just, you know, sometimes have that therapy and that talk.
For sure.
Give that word of advice for somebody who may be struggling in the area of mental health to say, listen, you know what? It's not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, like, don't be scared, because it's obviously there's a bunch of stigmas. You know, you look a certain way, but in reality, it's only making you stronger, and it's going to help you on your journey. And I say that, you know, with great conviction, because it's literally helped me, and in so many different ways. And, you know, my most important thing is, you know, once you see the benefits of reaching out and also putting yourself in the position to get a therapy or talk to a close friend or loved one, you know, in one of those, in that idea of, okay, it's not just the, you know, day-to-day conversation, we're getting deep here.
Right.
You'll see how you start to grow, and that's the whole, you know, that's the main takeaway from life, is you want to continue evolving. Mm-hmm. So.
Did you see yourself being an author?
No.
Wasn't in the books?
So this was literally a product of meditation, in which meditation led me to journaling. And if you're doing this over time, like, meditation was helping with my focus. The journaling was helping with articulating myself and writing. And that led to, okay, let me write a book.
So now that you got one down, is there another in the tank?
Oh, man, of course. Always cooking. Always cooking.
What are you thinking about for the second one? Are you ready to know, or do you just got ideas?
I'm just floating ideas out right now. I want to take more time to, you know, give this the proper attention, and then, you know, once it's time, then we'll revisit this conversation.
Well, let's give this some proper attention. Where do people get this?
They can find it at Amazon or Barnes & Noble.
And you can go over there and find a little bit about, not a little bit. Well, yeah, it's a look into the life and success, failure, authorship, mental health. What else we got in there?
We got resilience, resources, purpose, and art.
And all that you can find in the book. For yourself, what part shocked you the most in all of this?
I would say chapter 10.
Don't say it. I'm going to go there, chapter 10. All right, we're going to chapter 10. Two sides of the coin.
Yeah.
We're going to two sides of the coin. What am I going to find two sides of the coin here?
Towards the end.
Getting to chapter 9. We're rolling up on chapter number 10. Okay, two sides of the coin. Here we are. Tell me. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping others, one for helping yourself, and the other for helping others. That's Audrey Hepburn's quote. So take me through real quick. Got a couple seconds.
So the main premise behind that, that's when I was going through a very tough time. I pretty much lost everything. And I went to, it was through a series of just like depression, darkest days of them all. And, lo and behold, after some time, I went to therapy. And through therapy, my therapist was like, you need to figure out a way to articulate yourself. You need to give back in some sense. And that's when I picked up photography and just like messing around with some music. And then the last thing was volunteering. So, through volunteering, I was able to find myself again. And that's what, towards the end of the chapter, you see how I was able to strategically coach a young hooper who, had his respective problems and where he was before and where he ended up, which was just a thing of beauty.
He gave y'all chapter 10, y'all, so you got to get the rest of the book so you get the rest of it down.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Coby, thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely.
Glad to have you, man.
Absolutely.
Come on back.
Of course,
all right,
anytime.
we love to, all right? Let you know, Jeffrey Coby. If you want to find out where to get the book now, I want to tell you, check it out again, Barnes & Nobles and Amazon, and there you can get a mindful journey. It's the story of Jeffrey Coby, and you'll want to read it.